So let's deploy a web application. First, you need a web hosting, of course. We're going to use a Linux web hosting. So once you go to your self-service portal, click on the Linux web hosting. Then you probably, if it's the first time doing that, you probably need to set up an account. Use your I account that starts with your I and then PCN, and of course, setting up a password. After that, in the account data, you will be able to see this page. The first part, the first section here, gives you access to regarding the web hosting management. And the second part, you need this to use into FileZilla, an FTP client, to transfer the files. So first, once you get to this point, congratulations, you already have your web hosting up and running. If well, you will have these two links, if you're wondering which one is your web host, well, actually both. The only difference between those is the S that you see over here, and that stands for security, but this is outside the scope of this module. So this is going the one this is the link we're going to use. Once you click here, we will jump to your website basically. And of course, you might have something similar to this one. A message in my case is forbidden. You don't have permission access. And the reason I have this one is because if I want to look into the files of my web host, then I'm going to click on this one, management URL, and let's see what's going on. Why I'm having this issue. Well, here I'm just going to log in with my with the recently created account, and then I do have now I'm managing the web host basically. Well, you can set up a lot of things here. You can configure a lot of things. The important stuff for us at this moment is the file manager. So I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to look into my public folder, which is the folder that is accessible if I send this link, for example, to my grandma back in my home country, then she will access this specific file on the internet. So if I click on the public folder, I will see set of files, but you already know that the entry point of any website is the index file, right? I don't have an index file here, an index.html, in other words. So let's create one. Let's put or let's upload one onto this directory. Well, you can use this software web application as well. Here is an upload files to current directory feature. So I'm going to click on this one, and then this dialog box appears. This functionality appears here. Remember where you are. Domains. This is my web host under the public HTML. Make sure you upload your project always under the public HTML. So this is one way of deploying my web application. I'm going to choose file. Here you have, it looks like you have only maximum 8 files to upload, but that's not true. You can actually upload more files, upload even more files, and then you can just put something like that. Well, for now, I don't have, I just want to test my deployment, how that goes. So I'm going to check an index file that I just created, a simple one. I'm going to open this file. I'm going to upload files, click there, and upload successful. Some details has been uploaded. Click here to go back. We will go back and we will test. We will check first that this is here, and indeed it's here. So what does that mean? Now, at the web host, I do have my entry point of my project, right? So I should not have this problem anymore. If I refresh the page, congratulations, I can read now my index file. I'll make sure that you're not reading just the files like so far we've been doing working on our web application locally, and you were probably just opening those indexes or those index files. Here I have what I'm trying to say is basically this. If you open this project, that's what I just did, uploading this specific file. If you just double click from your local directory on a file, something similar like this one, this is what will happen. You see the link here? It looks like the same, but it's not. It's just simply opening a file in this case. And here you're actually serving a file, hence the word web server. Okay, so you're actually serving from an active server, and here you're just opening the file. So that's very important. Sometimes like people freaking out, like the links are not working properly, or especially when you connect or you have backend files, then you don't have a website working properly. So of course, it's because you don't have a web server in the first place. You're just using the browser to open the files. That's it. So when you see something like this, you're just opening a file. Sometimes it's easy to miss that one. But that's what we're learning, to actually push your file, push your project to a server. So that was one way of doing things. Of course, it's very tedious, and you shouldn't know. No programmer in his right mind should do that. There are better ways to do and push projects. So The second way I want to show you, let's for a moment delete this one to showcase the second way. I'm gonna delete that. So I don't have an index anymore. So if I go back here, it disappears. So I still something is being shoot from the server. The second way I want to show you is let's make use these details, the FTP details using an FTP client. The one we recommend on the documents is FileZilla. I have already installed FileZilla on my computer. It looks like this one. The main thing that you need to understand is these sections. This is, imagine, well, here the division is clear. So the left side, starting from here, the left side indicates the local files. For example, if I click on the applications, this folder, the files of said folder appear over here. Okay. Same thing happening here, but on the server level. So for example, do you remember the public folder just that I was in using the browser, the internet? Well, now I'm using this FTP client and I can have access to that exactly here server. If I click on the public HTML, I do have the specific files for that specific folder. Okay. Now, of course, I already connected to the server. That's why I have access to these files. If you're wondering how to connect, read the slides. I think we have there the tutorial as well. Otherwise, just click on this icon and create a connection, new site, and you put the settings over here, as you can see, based on the data that you have over here on your web host. Once you set up your web host, okay? Once you do that, you will have access to this one. Otherwise, nothing appears in here. So why so beneficial having an FTP client? Because with this application, I could go and deploy as follows. I'm going again to my project. Here, where is my index? Where is my index? I don't have an index. Did I delete? Oh, sorry. You see, I also don't use much FTP, I mean FileZilla. Anyway, if I click here, I was expecting the index file over here, but it's over there, of course, because this is the folder view, if you like, and this is the files view. My index is over here. Idea is just project properties, so I'm not interested. You should not deploy these files. So the interesting one is only this file. I'm going to drag and drop on the public directory. Make sure you select, every time you deploy the project, you select the right folder, of course being the public HTML. Once I have it in here, you can also read the logs, what's happening. Once I have that in place, I'm going to test live my just deployed project. If I refresh, then it would mean, okay, I can see clearly that my index file is being read from the web server because this is the link. And that's it. That's how you deploy your project. Well, you can say this is the deployment process, but you can also, whenever you hear me saying, where is your production version? This is exactly what I mean with the production version. Whenever somebody, like just passing this link, then that somebody could have access to your application, to the published application to the world. So yeah, that's it.